So here's a game by some guy who sucks. you may have heard of it. If not, this is Braid. It's a game. Here's some plot. It's bad. I don't care. I'm gonna be rude about this game because, like, well, can I get far enough into this to actually show you instead of telling you is the question. But yeah, so at the time this was first released, it was a really big deal. Partially because the central gimmick is kind of neat, and partially because there was a narrative at the time that it's like, hey, this is like a totally independent game this one guy made all by himself and is like publishing on his own and all this, and isn't that incredible and inspiring? And not true. Like, this had a budget of like a ton of money from some like independent wealthy guy who like hired people to do all the art, and like I don't know why. Like, I kind of maybe do. But yeah, so there's that, and then I think, like, more recently he came out as, like, a right-wing weirdo. Correct me if I'm wrong about this, but, like, that's the whole thing. And he was, like, prominently featured in Indie Game the Movie, being really, really upset at a famous rapper playing this and just thinking, oh, this is a fun game to mess around in, and not, like, getting the deep, artful message. And, like, no, I agree with that rapper. This is a neat game to mess around in. To some degree, especially when, and, like, I forgot that you have to, like, get this far into it before it actually gets to the main mechanical gimmick, at least as far as the tutorial goes. So putting these little paintings together is like, well, jigsaw puzzles really is a big part of the game, if I recall. It's kind of been a bit I'm spending those times when there's no, like, pieces that can actually, like, snap into each other yet. But yeah, the real reason that I'm going to just, like, sit here being rude is there is this sort of optional side objective in this where you're collecting these, I think it was like 6 little trinkets, and one of those, in order to collect it, you have to do this thing where you take one of these puzzle pieces that has like a platform on it, and you put it in a frame, but you don't put it where it's supposed to go. You put it somewhere that the platform on it is useful for getting up to the top of the frame to, like, use it as a way to get up to some little hidden area and find the little trinket. Oh no, I fallen down a hole. What is it gonna... Okay. Here's the gimmick. There's a rewind button. And in fact, the bit with the rapper playing it was just doing this for a while. And being inherently used by it. You know what? No, this is in fact the strength of this game. We're just doing this sort of thing. But anyway, yeah, so there's that. And the other thing is, okay, so there's the one where it's like you have to do this jigsaw puzzle thing, as I was saying. And the problem with that one is, like, if you've already put that puzzle together properly, then this is doable. Then you can't take it back apart to do it the wrong way, the quote wrong way that you need to get to the little optional trinket thing. There we go. You can see the moment his heart gets thrown out right there. So, yeah. That one is just like, yeah, if you accidentally do this the way that makes progress through the game before you get the little optional thing, congratulations. If you want to get that full collection of optional things, start the entire game over and make sure to do this one. And that's terrible. Also, like, this is so just ripping off Mario with the piranha plants, and there's like a full recreation of Donkey Kong at one point. And this. But then the other one of the little optional ones that's worth noting is there's those moving cloud platforms that I was just on. Oh yeah, right here is like, yeah, it's you use a platform to get onto that little ledge by the teddy bear, and then there's like a whole little secret thing up there, if I recall. But the other one is there's those little cloud platforms, and there's an area where one of them is slowly drifting across the screen from one end to the other, so slowly that you might have not noticed it's a moving platform at first. It just looks like it's just part of the background. And once you realize what it is, what you have to do is you hop onto this little cloud and you ride it to the far side of the screen to get your little trinket. And doing this takes, if I recall, 2 hours. And then you have to jump off at the end. And, no. I don't appreciate the designer of a game going, oh, well, if you want, like, 100% completion, then, you're gonna have to play through the entire game and, like, get to this point, and then sit here and stare at nothing happening for 2 hours. And, like, oh, well, you see, there's the time rewinding thing, so I'm, like, talking about the nature of, like, time and our relationship to it. And it's like, no, you're just making me do stupid garbage for no reason for hours on end because you don't respect my time. And you think you're clever, and, like, you're making some kind of deep point, when it's just, no, you're just being a troll, dude. And it'd be one thing if, oh, just here's that one time in this one game where this guy did this, and then, like, had proven his point and went on to make some other games with their own things going on. But, no, that's not what we get. What we get instead is that, he went on to make the game, The Witness, and here's the thing about The Witness, is The Witness also has a puzzle at one point, where the solution to the puzzle is just to, just kind of, you know, sit there and stare at your screen for 2 hours. And it's in the form of, like, watching a movie, and, like, partway through the movie you have to start doing this puzzle where you're just, like, drawing a line across the screen, but the catch is it can only move in, like, white spaces, and, oh, there's a moon in the background of this movie drifting across the screen. And the way it's designed is such that you will notice that this is what you're supposed to do, like, just after or partway through watching the movie that, oh wait, that moon's been drifting across there at the top of the screen the whole time, hasn't it? And okay, I guess I'm gonna have to sit through this whole literal 90-minute movie that I just watched a second time. And like, why? Why are we doing this? This is not kosher. This is not cool. And it's just like, yeah, you're wasting a huge amount of my time. So you can go, oh, I'm so clever. It's all about perspectives. And it's like, dude, just like, you're not as cool as you think you are. Like, you know, in this game, there's also lots of stuff like this. Just like minor. Oh, I see what's going on here. There's a thing walking around. There's one of those, like, doesn't rewind levers, so I gotta just do this and let that rewind all the way back through when I first walk to the door. Very good. But yeah, so that's the deal with Braid. Again, like, there's some sort of clever ideas in here, game design-wise, but it's just like, it's been so, like, tied in with me with the, like, whole personality and vibe of the person who made the game. And just like, I don't know, there's no going back. And then the other thing is there's the ending of this game where there's this whole thing of like this princess running around, and it looks like, oh, you're trying to like rescue her by like chasing after this guy who sucks. And then you get to the end of it, and it's like, oh, when I rewind time, turns out she's actually running away from me. I am this guy who sucks. This was all presented wrong, and it's like, okay, so the point of the game is that the main character is a creep who's like stalking some girl. Okay, that's cool. And it's like, no. If you get all the secret trinkets and find all the books that tell the real story, it's about the atomic bomb. And it's like, no, it's about you stalking a girl. The sound design here is odd. But yeah, this is the whole moveset of the game too. It's just like walk left, walk right at this fixed speed, this jump, rewind time. So yeah, that's what Braid's all about. And then a lot of just combinations of using this like Prince of Persia style to, you know, fix mistakes, and also using the things that don't get affected by the rewinding gimmick to just solve puzzles slowly. Anyway. That's what I was reminded of when playing, what's it called? The previous game. Beginner's Guide? Yeah. It feels like I had this friend, Jonathan Blow, and he made a lot of games. Found really fascinating. I wonder why they were just so rough to play.